Good morning, class. Welcome to our discussion for the ethics for our midterm period. So it is very important that in ethics, you also need to understand the nature of the work, the workplace, and more other relevant topics with regards to the ethics on how are we going to make into accomplishment our respective jobs description or our work. Okay. Again, with our sitting topics, it will be surrounded by the ethics of the work. Okay. And then later on, we'll be talking about the ethics of the professional teachers. Okay. So for today, for our midterm, it is our recorded lecture. Our topic is about, okay, personality types of individuals. Okay, personality types of individuals and workers. Okay, in working in the world of workplace and to the job market, we will always be dealing with our coworkers. It is like our classmate, okay? It is like when you are still in school, you have your classmates, okay? In work, you have your coworkers. And it is important that in order for you to successfully uh, complete or to make or to satisfy your job's description, you also need to work harmoniously with your coworkers. Okay, so with our coworkers or us as a worker, we have different background or attitude or dispositions in life. Now, we call that the personality types of individuals and workers. Okay, just like in school, sometimes our classmates have different personalities, sometimes may not go or may not be good with us, okay, or it may harm us, or it may affect us, okay, or it may affect how we deal with our classmates. The same in the field of working. Okay, the same in the field of working, that as we work, okay, as we do our job, we have our co-workers, and then we will be dealing with them. Okay, and as we deal with them, we also need to get to know who are these people, what are their personalities, what are their attitudes, who are these people that I need to avoid because it may harm me, or I need to work on because this will help me as a person, because we have different personality types or individuals as workers. And that is our first topic for the midterm. Now, let's talk about the interest, work, and working. Okay? So when we say interest, work, and working, let's talk about the successful workers. Okay? Successful workers are those who are interested to the work they perform. This is very true. Of course, as you do your job, okay, you become successful if you are interested in something. Okay? If you're interested in something, you can never go wrong because your attention is there. Your focus is there because you are interested on this particular job or of this particular task. That's why you could able, or you could always able to perform your job well no matter how difficult it is because you are interested in it. Okay, you always find the courage to do your job, okay, successfully, because this gets your attention. You're interested in this, you love what you are doing. Okay, that's the time you become successful as a worker. Now, it is important to enjoy what we do, okay? What we train to do once we are in the world of work. This is correct, okay? When we are working, we need to enjoy what we do. Just imagine if you're working and then it's like you really don't like this job. It just force you because of your parents, okay? The end point of that is that you could not always able to do your job, okay, successfully, because in the deep sense of your heart that you don't like what you are doing. Okay, it's like you are being pushed to do something that you really don't like, Okay, that's why as we work, we need to love or enjoy what we do. Because in the field of work, there are always difficulties. Okay, there are always hardship, there are always so many tasks, there are pressure with your boss, with your coworkers. Sometimes it's very difficult to work with them because of the different personalities. But if we want what we are doing, we could always find ways to enjoy what we are doing. Okay, and then what we are trained to do, of course we are trained by our skills. Okay, as we graduate in school, we are shaped by those skills, and then later on we will be executing that skills on our respective workplaces. Okay, criteria that choosing to work only for monetary mostly leads to frustration and disappointments. Okay, which means if we are working only for because my sahod, or there's a remuneration, or there's a salary. Okay, of course, practically speaking, that's really needed. However, if we are only focusing so much on that, we could not able to always perform well in our job. Why? Because we will always be thinking, why I'm going to do this, whereas I don't have any remuneration at all, or why I'm going to do this to the full extent of my ability to do always my best in this particular task if my salary is only this amount. Okay, if we are always focused on monetary reasons, we cannot always give our best to our work. That's why it could always lead to frustrations and disappointments. Okay, that is why as you work, since you love what you are doing, you're passionate in what you are doing. Okay, it's like the monetary or the salary is just a bonus. Okay, because you are enjoying what you are doing. Okay, work has its own rewards. That's true. What are those own rewards in working? The satisfaction that you could get if you could successfully complete your task. For example, as a teacher, you could relate to this because later on you will become teacher. No matter how difficult it is for me as a teacher to handle so many students, so many subjects, especially dealing with our new platform of online learning, okay, I could always feel the reward not because of the monetary or the salary that I'm getting, but the reward of seeing the students learn from me. The reward of seeing the students change their behavior only because of my input or what I taught them or what I teach to them. Okay? So that is why any type of work has its own rewards. It's only on you. How are you going to see the beauty of the product of your work? Okay? Personality types of individuals and workers. Let's explore on this one. Professor John Holland developed a format for determining interests. So, according to Holland, one way of looking at occupations is to measure them in terms of data, people, things, or ideas. That is why, according to Professor John Holland, there are classification of personality types, which are the realistic worker, investigative worker, artistic worker, social worker, enterprising worker, and conventional worker. Okay, so some of the verbs, okay, may some of these adjectives may tell also something about you as a student, because later on you will be shaped by this. Okay, later on you will become any of this type or personality of a worker. Now let's explore each one of them. Number one, realistic. When you are realistic people or person or worker, you like working with things in occupations just like chef. Okay, if you're a chef, and then air traffic controllers, carpenters, and builders. Of course, they are dealing with different objects. Okay, they are very realistic. When we say realistic, they are always making things into accomplishment, or things that they are doing are relevant in life. Okay, what are the interests of realistic people? They like working with machines, work outdoors, work with hands, okay, or build things. What are the skills that they have? Okay, fix mechanical objects commonly. They plant a garden, ayan, okay? For some of the plantitas and plantitas, no, like kasi nauso yung ating mga tanim. So if you like more of planting, and then you're having a garden, then commonly you are a realistic person. Huh? And then also operate machinery, read blueprint. Okay, if you're that person, basically your personalities are you are a mechanical person, nature lover, practical person, or problem solver. All of these personalities are the personality of a realistic person or a worker. Okay? Next one, we have the investigative person. When you are investigative person or worker, you like working with data in occupations such as medical technician, computer programmer, engineering, or science. Which means when you're an investigative person, you always like to get information. You always want to get data. Okay? What are the interests of these people? They are much more fond of exploring ideas. When they explore more ideas, commonly they do science experiments or different experimentations, and the personality of that person is inquisitive. Okay, you like to analyze data. When you analyze data, commonly you like math or problems. Okay, you love to solve math problems. You are precise person. Okay, third one, you always want to use computers. You perform basic programming, or you're an abstract thinker, or you're interested about reading science fiction, interpret formulas, or you're an independent person. All of this is a person who is an investigative person because you always want to get data or information. Third one, if you are an artistic person or worker, you like working with ideas in occupations just like commercial artist, musician, and interior designer. Again, when you are an artistic person, you like working with ideas. Like you're an abstract. You always want to make your ideas into realization. You want to make your ideas concrete one. Out of your thoughts, your ideas, you make it more extraordinary. You are an artistic person. What are the interests of these people? You like reading fiction or plays. You like working with crafts. You love acting, singing, or listening to music, or you like to take photographs. Okay. Commonly, the skills of these people: they love to write stories, design new things, play or compose music. The singers, the musicians, or they love to sketch, draw, or paint. Okay. So there are people who are really artistic one, and then they are imaginative, innovative, because they could they could always change the ideas to a different one. They have, or they put taste on their other aspects so that they could change a little bit. Okay, that's why they are innovative, and then creative and intuitive. Okay, now if you are that social person, okay, you like working with people in occupations such as teaching. Of course, when you're a teacher, you're always dealing with people. Okay, if you cannot speak or communicate with people, you are afraid of speaking to the public, then it's difficult for you to become a teacher. Okay, because if you're a teacher, you need to always build your social skills because you're dealing with people. Aside from your students, you're dealing with parents, with your teachers, and so on. Because if you're a teacher, you're always expected to communicate well your thoughts or ideas to people. Okay, or occupations such as just us, counseling, and caring for elderly people. Okay, the interest of these people, they help people. Of course, when we teach, we help people. We help students to learn, to volunteer work, play team sports, or work in groups. Okay, which means these people do not deviate or separate themselves with people because they're not antisocial, but they are more of socializing with people. Okay, skills, commonly they teach or train others, plan activities, host an event, okay, or lead meetings. Then commonly their personalities are: they're helpful, outgoing, insightful, and friendly. Now, we also have enterprising people. When you're an enterprising person, uh, you like working with people and data as well. In occupations such as business leadership, marketing and entrepreneurship, and politics. Okay, people and data. You like to market more. You like to endorse more. Okay, you like more of the business, which means you're an enterprising person. What are the interests of these people? They love to meet people, make decisions that affect others. Of course, this is very important in business. Okay, they love to negotiate sales or deals, participate in political activities. Okay, what are the skills of these people? Initiate projects, sell or promote a product, make speeches in public speaking, of course, convince others. They really need to convince or persuade other people because they are enterprising people or they are endorsing or a business-minded people. That's why convincing manner or skills of a person is essential if you are enterprising person. Okay, the personalities are they're assertive because they exert more effort. Okay, persuasive, enthusiastic, and persistent. Now, if you're a conventional person, okay, you like working with data such as occupations in accounting, administrative assistants, and paralegal assistants. Okay, so when you are conventional people, the interests are you like working with numbers. I for detail, you're very much concerned with the details of the information. Learn computer programs or you follow directions, which means if you're a conventional person, you are always into following the correct or right direction or instruction. Now, the skills that they have, they keep accurate records, statistical work, operate computers, or write business letters. Commonly, the conventional people are the assistant or the secretaries, okay, the accountants, the assistants, or people who could really work more on office works, okay, with papers. Now, the personalities of these people are they are organized, mathematical, efficient, and conscientious. Okay, so those are the different personality types of individuals or workers. Again, let's review. First, we have realistic person, investigative person, artistic person, social person, enterprising person, and conventional person. Okay, so just please review the lesson for today. And right after this, I will be giving quiz. Okay, thank you very much for listening and God bless us all and have a good day.